I was going up the front to do the anchor. Jamie called me back. It was 48 knots of wind at that stage.
Just as the visibility completely disappeared, I could feel the wind building and Liz had started going up to the front. I shouted at her at the top of my voice 4 or 5 times before she heard me, and I just said, "Get back!" Another beautiful morning and another stunning anchorage. Yeah, this one is popular with the fishing boats. There's a little isthmus over there which we spotted some goats and a street lamp and a hut and some washing hanging out to dry, and it turns out that this is the fisherman's base. Last night they surrounded the boat, and one guy in particular very quietly was just lurking just behind the boat. We think it's because, obviously fish are attracted to the boat, which is why he was just there with his line, just pulling his line like so. But yeah, it's another beautiful one. So we're off. We're doing another 30 odd mile trip over to the next anchorage, where we'll probably spend a couple of days. It'd be nice just to relax and spend a bit of time in one of these great anchorages.
Sad to leave yet another beautiful, stunning anchorage. This whole area, this whole North Sulawesi so far, we're more than halfway across, is one of the most spectacularly beautiful places we've ever been. Shades of Borneo with the rainforest and the mountains, and then straight down to mangroves and coral. Just stunning. Could stay a week in every place, but we do need to press on. We've got a little bit of a schedule with having to be in Bitung at the end of the month to renew our visa. The next stop, hopefully, we'll stay for at least a couple of nights and get to go ashore, maybe take the kayaks out or something like that. But in the meantime, this area, gosh, can't tell you how beautiful it is. Do come here if you ever get the chance. Anyone says come to Sulawesi, do it. Take them up on the offer. Just loving it here. There they are. Now which ones are they?
Here they come.
Yes, dolphins. We see a lot of dolphins, and we've seen more recently than we have for quite a long time, but we've been seeing dolphins on the boat since 2005. Just 1 or 2 here and there in the Med. Over here, not so many around the sort of Malaysia, Thailand area, but now we've come across over to Sulawesi from Borneo. We're seeing loads of dolphins almost every day, almost every trip. That was quite a lot of them in one go. And after all this time, they never cease to bring joy. There's something, I think dolphins release endorphins. Endorphins. They go hand in hand. So if you're ever feeling low and someone suggests you come and have a look at the dolphins, do it, please do it. They are glorious. They're such happy, happy creatures. We didn't get it on camera, but they were jumping right out of the water, doing a backflip and then going back in. But that was behind us a little bit too far to get on screen. I hope we see some more.
Well, we thought they were overfalls. They weren't. They were the crests of waves because of the increase in wind. Suddenly we've got 20 knots of wind. So engine off, sails out. fun's over. It's our daily squall to welcome us to our next anchorage, which is just a few miles away, just coming across the top of the island. We're going to go down the side, which hopefully should be nice and protected. There are a lot of spider boats around, all seemingly actually anchored out at sea, although they are sort of close to reefs. I guess they prefer to be out here closer to their fishing spots than they do in the lee of some of the islands. You know, if it were me, I'd be anchoring on the beaches of this island here, but maybe it's actually really packed in the next anchorage. We shall find out shortly, but not before a good soaking. Just about to get a white out and Liz's rod has started whizzing. Anyway, here it comes. Look at this. Can't see anything. The trouble is that there are lots of mooring buoys for all of these spider boats, and they're dotted around all over the place. My worry is that when this whiteout hits, any second we're going to lose visibility, so I best get on the helm and concentrate.
I think you're going to need the underwater camera.
Knots.
We're coming into our anchorage, and this weather is far too dangerous for me to go up the front and anchor, so we're just going to wait for it to calm down a little bit. Just hold the boat into wind while this gale comes through. It's immediately above us at the moment. Absolute whiteout. The wind has died down a little bit. I was going up the front to do the anchor. Jamie called me back. It was 48 knots of wind at that stage.
I could feel it getting stronger and stronger. So basically, I got into position. We've got some spider boats anchored here, and I wanted to be well clear of all the spider boats because we know how they love to drag. And just as the visibility completely disappeared, I could feel the wind building, and Liz had started going up to the front. I shouted at her at the top of my voice 4 or 5 times before she heard me, and I just said, "Get back!" And it was at that point I lost steerage, and I glanced down at the wind, and I've got a record of it. It records the highest wind speed. Yeah, 48.1 knots. Can you imagine Liz trying to anchor in 48.1 knots?
Oh God, the only reason we were trying to anchor is because we've come behind the reef, so it's comparatively flatter than where it was when we were out there. But it's not worth it, so we're just holding position while the thunder and the rain goes on around us. Hopefully this is going to be the end of it soon.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's a little bit wet on that camera. Yeah, I think it's possibly the tail end. You know, it's funny because earlier as we were coming in, when we got the first bit of rain, there was a skiff went past and there were 2 guys on board and they were doing this. And of course we waved back and they kept doing this, and Liz says, what is it? What are they trying to tell us? That is what they were trying to tell us.
Yeah, I said that's normally a plea for help or look out for something, and we were just dodging the mooring buoys, and we knew there was some weather. It didn't be quite as bad as this. Oh God, can't wait for a little dram of whiskey once we've got the anchor down. So it's now the next morning.
Yeah, the storm has passed. But that was a lot of wind, 48 knots.
Yes, it was.
Do you know what? In fact, it blew so hard, it's kind of blown us off course a bit.
It has a bit. This area doesn't look much like Indonesia.
Not really. No, we've been blown off course by about 10,000 miles.
Where the f*** are we?
We are back in the UK. because, well, our visa ran out.
Yeah.
We've had to put the boat on the hard. Of course, all this is going to happen later on, sometime later on the vlog. But we needed to come back. Really, the most important thing is to see family.
Yes. So we are currently, as far as you're aware, when you look at YouTube, halfway across the coast of northern Sulawesi, aren't we? And my God, was that interesting. Nothing but storms all the way, massive winds. And the next shots that we're going to do on that voyage are really exciting. But we are away and we probably won't have time to do much in the way of editing. We'll see.
One of the problems that we've got is that the 2 laptops we have are kaput.
Yeah.
So we've had to bring the laptops back with us to get repaired. And so they're at the repairs, so we literally cannot do any editing at the moment anyway. But you know what, it's summer holidays and I think YouTube viewership dips a little anyway. So
yeah.
I think it's appropriate that we have a little break and spend some time with our family and get those laptops repaired. And as soon as they're repaired, we can start putting out some more videos.
Yeah, we'll put some stuff up on social media, perhaps about where we are here, and also announcing when the next video is coming out. And it's going to be a good one. We've got some really terrifying and exciting stuff coming up in our exploits to get us all the way to here now in real time. We saw a lot of very interesting things and went through some quite difficult and exciting and exhilarating times, didn't we?
Yes, it's not just about storms.
No.
We're kind of aware that the last 3 episodes has been all about squalls and storms.
Because that's what it was, to be honest.
So just quickly, Elizabeth, tell us where we are.
Yeah, we are in the gardens of Audley House, which is a mansion, one of UK's finest mansions. It's part of English heritage and it's just round the corner from where you grew up, innit?
Yep, the place is called Saffron Walden, North Essex, and you know, as a teenager we'd hang out in this park all the time and quite often break into the grounds of Audley House. Do you know what, I have to say, after what, 50 odd years, I still have not been around the house itself.
I'd love to go round. I did look, it costs £21 each to go and see it, but you know, we're not going to be going out and spending much money if we can help it, so I think that might be 21 quid well spent on seeing part of our heritage.
Yeah.
Could be really interesting.
Yeah, quite a few of you commented on the videos, the photos that we've been including in the videos, and it's something that we're going to try and do more of. Since we've come back, I've got a new little toy.
You've got loads of little toys.
I've got a new, well, it's not a new camera, it's actually a really old camera, and I got it converted to infrared, and this creates a very stylized look. So if I capture any snapshots while we're here, I'll just put them up just to show you what they look like.
Yeah, so do watch what we're doing on Facebook and on Instagram. Look for Follow the Boat on both of those, because we do chuck up images as and when they occur, and you might find there's some interesting stuff to go ahead.
The last question is, how are we going to edit this video if we don't have any editing laptops?
I'm sure we'll find a way of uploading something somewhere, somehow. So, let's see. In the meantime, peace and fair winds.
Thank you. Thanks for your support. Bye.
Bye.